What's happening, YouTube? Ryan here. I want to talk to you today about the events of the weekend. Just a quick recap. I haven't rewatched any of the videos yet, but I did watch the majority of them live. So kudos to Engen Terzi for putting this together. And while we're talking about Engen, let's start with his match, and we'll go completely out of order on the ones that I saw. What I saw was Engen come in there very prepared, and match number one, match number two, started rubbing his bicep. I could see that in the background, and I knew something was wrong. And clearly, when he came in match number three, it was apparent that he had the starting of an injury, and almost managed to win match three, but still lost it, lost the next match, and then basically had to bow out because what's the point of continuing on with the process when the match is decided and you're injured and you can't pull? So kudos to Engen. You are a warrior. I know you said this was your retirement match at one point. I hope that's not the case because the sport still needs you. So I hope you stick around for a long time. And I wish you all the best, and good job to you for the winning opening two rounds. Congratulations on that. And that should be a victory in itself. And I think you're taking it that way. Don't listen to the hate. Don't listen to it. Moving on, let's talk about Matt Mask. So my opinion on the match is the rules did play a factor. I know some of the people said that the rules did not play a factor. I thought the rules most definitely did play a factor. It led to many, many restarts and many long pauses and lots of ready goes that led to nothing because the match got stopped. It seemed like Hermes was way more acclimatized or just simply in better shape than Matt. Matt was really profusely sweating and looked like he was blowing up a little bit. But the difference maker here in the end was the hand and wrist of Hermes Gasparini. Now, you can say that there was struggle in the setups, and whoever won the setup won the match. My opinion is that aside from the first match where it was decided on fouls, because Matt fast started twice, and the referee's grip is what my interpretation of those fouls was. And that is a foul under that rule set. He gave away match number one. But I think the decider was the hand strength, hand and wrist control of Hermes Gasparini. And I believe that Hermes was playing in match three, thinking he could control that match, and Matt was just too much to be controlled in that fashion. Case in point, he comes back in the next match and finishes him off. The surprising thing for me in that match, that as strong as a hand and wrist that Matt has, he was very almost every match before the strap, he could not do anything with Hermes' hand, and he was buckling underneath it. Now, can Hermes say that the WAL match was strictly, this is proof that it was the rule set that made the difference? He has a case, but also he came back significantly bigger and heavier in this match. So that also plays a factor. The other factor is that, Matt did not spend a tremendous amount of time preparing for this. Hermes clearly did. I cannot say that I want to see a trilogy, but I wouldn't hate it either. The argument is, what rule sets is it going to be under? Do these guys even want to have the trilogy match? Maybe Arm Wars, something like that. I would watch it. But to me, it's not the most interesting match that you could make for either one of these guys. And it sounds like Hermes is off to PAL pretty quickly here, judging by the posts that I've seen most recently where Igor is inviting him to test his mettle against the top 8. So Matt will probably come back, continue on with WAL. Then we get into the other matches, and it was a hard day for the West. It was a long, hard day for the West. And Todd Hutchings, man, I mean, all this talk about a hook, but if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. I mean, within the rules of arm wrestling, Zoloev just looked like he was, in control of a certain path, and he capitalized on that. I really thought after seeing the first start that Sarah was going to have a lot more trouble than she did. And turns out she is just, I did see the Devin when he pointed out that Irina seemed to be stronger, but Sarah was the superior arm wrestler on that particular day. The rest of the matches, guys, Herman Stevens was overmatched, and when the guy came out, I was like, what the hell, a weight class is this? The guy looked significantly bigger than Herman. But I thought, okay, Herman's a warrior, and this guy looks incredibly nervous to be facing Herman. And at the end of it all, we saw what happened. And I'm going to go ahead and just say that this was basically a sweep for the West. There was one of the preliminary matches, which was actually at the end, that was pulled out. But kudos to Engen for putting this together. I was offered your super heavyweight by you, Engen. I appreciate that. And at some point, I will take you up on that match. And now that the world seems to be opening back up, excited for things to come. Keep this one short, you guys, today. Thanks for watching. Thanks to Western Survivor Beef Jerky, the best beef jerky on the planet. And, of course, fueled by Supplement King, Portage La Prairie.